Oh, right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another VIP chat with Daniel and Victor. Tonight's topic is mediums. And if there are any mediums watching this or listening, you can voice your opinion and let people know about your gifts and how you got them and how much your gifts are to you and how they work. Um, Anybody else, you can voice your opinion if you like, believe it or not. We look up the facts, and that's all we do is the facts of this. This is going to be an interesting show, and hopefully we get everything right. And then see the front, subscribe, share, like, comment. Please do that because we need to get at least 500 subscribers before next Christmas if we can. And the reason I'm looking at my phone, I got to hook it up so if anybody does talk, we can talk back to them. Live.
Feel free to leave us comments and the questions, and we'll see if we can answer them. Comments.
We don't need that. Okay.
What you got there, Victor?
Facts about mediums. There's a whoever believes in them and you don't. If you believe in them, that's great. If you don't believe in it, that's even your choice. It's your personal choice of what you believe in. There's scientific proof and there's logic proof that you can how do you say it in your own heart. If you believe it, you believe it. If you don't, then you voice your opinion. There's a lot of people say they're mediums and they're not, and a lot of mediums are real mediums, but people don't believe them because all the fakers out there. So when you talk to someone who said there's a medium, you have to figure out if you believe them or not. And if you don't believe them, walk away. If you do believe them, make sure they give you proof that that you can believe that they're telling you the truth. There's more people out there with skeptics about mediums because back in the day they had two twin sisters who said they were mediums, but they weren't. They scammed over thousands of dollars and they got caught. But how they got caught was because they got greedy and they couldn't stop themselves. And that back in those days, the real mediums stopped doing it because everybody was calling them fakers, which hurt the real mediums because some mediums don't charge and some do. It depends on what their gifts are, what they're using it for. For talking to loved ones, future, past. It's a variety of mediums out there. Anything you have to say about mediums?
So basically, mediums are used to communicate with the other side.
Yeah.
People who are not alive any longer.
Yes, and sometimes they can also some mediums can tell you future and tell you what happened in the past. Your past, not the dead ones.
Okay. So what I wanted to explore was what's the difference between somebody who has psychic abilities and somebody who says they're a medium.
Say that again.
I wanted to explore somebody who has psychic abilities, somebody who claims that they can communicate directly with the other side, or are we saying that? I read that mediums have to use spirit guides to communicate with the other side,
They do.
but I think I've heard of cases where some people have abilities to talk to the other side without.
Spirit guides.
Yeah.
Depends on their gift. We already dealt with two mediums already in our life doing this.
Uh-huh.
One's Gina. She did the one at the Seven Oaks. She was really good at that. And Dana's the other medium on her team. She's supposed to drop a line to us, but if she's busy, she can't. But if she does, she will try to get a hold of us and tell her gift. So her gift with us comes in handy because there's times that my gift doesn't always kick in and her gift falls behind mine and helps out the team more. And once we're together, it seems like our gifts merge together, and we seem like one person walking around places, which is uncommon to have something like that happen. I've never heard of that before, and I don't think too many mediums can merge together and form one personality when you do the spirit world. Personality, one gift when you're talking to the spirit world. And it comes really handy because it came in handy on Tuesday. It was really, the spirit in this place was really, really pissed with us. So, and the female spirit, she wouldn't hide when we brung the picture out. She's afraid of them.
So you had a spirit from the picture. We're talking about the crying boy,
Yeah,
and there was another one present.
my living spirit.
Your what kind?
Living,
Living. Oh,
my company spirit.
one that's always here.
Yeah, she never leaves. It's a female, and she looks out for me. She doesn't like how I move my furniture around, because every time Dana comes over, she gives Dana a little lecture about the furniture. And when she came over Tuesday, she was happy the furniture was fine.
Dana, of course, is a team member,
Yeah, and she's a medium.
and you can look up her profile if you want on our website, VIPteam1.com. You can see her profile and see her interests and a little bit about her abilities. Now I went and did something risky, and people would not approve. So I invite anybody who is a medium or a psychic, if they want a message, and pop in and give their 2 cents. What I did was I went and I Googled and I used Google AI to get some information, and basically it said psychics have focus on your life path. They read energy fields, they focus on the higher self, or use tools like tarot cards to read what's going on in the present, and not necessarily with people who have passed before. Where mediums are focused on the afterlife, and they act as a bridge to communicate with deceased loved ones, relaying specific memories or validation. And the medium's goal is to provide healing, closure, and comfort in the bereavement process. So I'm a little fuzzy on psychic abilities versus medium abilities. There seems to be a mix. What was interesting that was said was that all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums.
That's true.
Doesn't that blow your mind?
We also want to say hi to John. He just signed in.
Oh, hello.
He's watching us live. I don't know who the other chat person is.
So, yeah, I'm seeing psychics tune into the energy of living people to read past, present, or future events. Mediums communicate directly with spirits of the deceased. So I guess that's why you would visit a psychic, or some psychics, I guess they present themselves as oracles. You
Yeah.
know, you can go like at the Forks or something, you can go and you can sit at a table and they'll try and read your future. And that would be I guess a prime example of a psychic.
That's it. And they use tarot cards too, runes, crystals, lots of tools we can use to read it. Also, for a medium, they have spiritual and personal comfort and healing, which means that if someone dies and you want to talk to them, they comfort you with your death and your family, and validate that they're a medium, and tell you who died and how you can comfort yourself and make peace with the death, and heal your inside soul and spirit to get back on track to your regular life. Some people don't believe that's true, and some people do. So this is what you have to put across. What you believe, what a medium can do for you, not what a medium can do for anybody. The mediums have to adjust their psychic abilities to each person. They just can't use the same formula on everybody because everybody's different. Different ways of healing, different ways of grieving, different ways of expressing themselves. So if you're going to see a medium, my opinion is keep your mind fresh and just tell them the basic what you want and see what they come up with. They come up with a lot more than what you told them, then continue talking with them. If they can't explain half the stuff, then it's your decision to leave or continue on.
So it'd be valid to like ask a question if you're communicating with if the medium is communicating with a past person that's deceased, like your mother, let's say, you could ask a question that only your mother could answer. And the medium would ask that question, and you could kind of validate what they told you against what you know. That's something that only you could know too.
Especially their names, your mom's first name, that's to be the easiest one to validate. Not every mom has the same name. So if medium says they can talk to your mom, first thing you want to ask is, what's her name? And if she comes up the right name, then continue talking.
And now, something else that if somebody's watching, that they could comment on. I asked Google, do all mediums have spirit guides? And the answer was yes, or all are believed to have spirit guides. So I'd be interested to hear if the mediums out there also believe that. I think a lot of them are connected to spirit guides. I'm just curious if that's essential, if that's part of how they communicate.
How important it is for them to have a spirit guide.
Yeah, that's I've read a few books too about this, and those all refer to spirit guides, finding your spirit guide, and how to connect with them. And that seemed to be one of the crucial aspects of being a medium, having spirit guides, and having already connected with them.
Okay, a lot of churches don't advise you to talk to a medium because they don't believe that a medium can help you spiritually like a church could. So take that in consideration if you're going to church and you want to talk to a medium. Don't tell the church people because you might be ousted out of your church, or you might get a little talking by the minister or the preacher because they don't believe in that because it just says it's just not part of their religion to have a medium in your life. So you can take that and think about that for a couple of minutes. It would be fun if a medium could talk to us right now on this chat line. Or if you want to make comments after we're done, make comments in the live chat we do. We'll mention the chat from before. If you want to come on our next chat, email us and we'll make arrangements to have you on. So hopefully you guys like what we're doing. So far we got one top fan club. See the crown? Top fan crown.
Yeah.
We hope to get a lot more down the road. Everybody can see the comments that people are making. So hopefully you got a comment, report back to us. We will try to answer all questions as best to our knowledge.
Oh, here's a good one. Can a person talk to spirits without being a medium?
Yes, they can.
You passed. It says yes. Anyone can talk to spirits without being a medium. While a medium undergoes training to act as a two-way translator for other people, any individual can establish a personal connection with the spirit world. However, the experience looks very different from a professional mediumship reading. And I have a list of a few ways here how a person can talk to spirits, and it talks about one-way dialogue, where you can speak out loud or mentally to deceased loved ones. Spirits are believed to hear you instantly without needing a professional intermediary. That's wild that you can just talk ask somebody who's passed and that they'll hear you. The other methods of communicating are dream visitations. That's one I've heard before, where you can see a loved one appear in a dream, or somebody who's passed, and they appear unexpectedly. You're not expecting them, but I guess they have a message to tell you, or they want to hear from you, and that could be how they communicate with you.
That's how they communicate with me.
Yeah, dreams.
Dreams. Lots of them. Some of them don't make sense though, but
It's something for you to, I guess, try to interpret it. Give yourself some time.
and learn how what they're saying to you.
Oh, signs and synchronicities. Spirits often reply through physical signs rather than words. Common examples include repeating numbers, finding coins or feathers, or seeing specific birds like cardinals. I guess
That's something I didn't know about.
I guess you have to, if you're observant and you start having something repeat in your physical world, that could be a sign from somebody from the other side trying to communicate with you.
Does it say pictures too?
I bet you images. It does talk about repeating numbers and things.
With no pictures.
No, there's an interesting one. Here I see spontaneous encounters. You might suddenly smell a deceased person's perfume, hear their favorite song at a meaningful moment, or feel a sudden warm shift in the room's energy.
Yeah. Or smell their cigar.
Right? I've heard of that.
Yeah.
I've heard of that before.
Rocking chair moves for no reason with that where they used to sit.
If they used to be like a smoker or something.
Yeah,
and
smoker and sit
or a
a
pipe
lot.
smoker. I've heard of that before, where you catch a whiff of some pipe tobacco or something that they used to enjoy.
And the smell of perfume, that's rose. That's a very common smell for people. Because back in the olden days, women used rose perfume. And that was a big hit for the ladies back there. Men would just have the cigars, pipes, cigarettes. And I don't know if they had any. Old Spice shaving cologne was another one too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Some people say they smell that when their grandfather passed on.
We want to see a few more here. The mind's eye versus the physical eye. That's seeing a spirit rarely looks like a solid person standing in front of you. Non-mediums usually see spirits in their mind's eye as a sudden, vivid mental image, or physically as fleeting shadows, flashes of light, or shifts in the air. I guess you might turn suddenly and think you see somebody for a split second.
That happens a lot. But sometimes a white flash, when it's only a light that you're turning your head quick enough.
Yeah, this fleeting shadow. So you might think you see a shadow for like a split second. We've heard of that before when we were doing investigations where people see shadows.
I chased a shadow
Like around the house, you mean?
down in the basement of a hotel. And I almost tripped doing it, not paying attention.
And it just kept
It kept running right down the wall,
down the wall.
and then when I get to the end of the wall, there's all kinds of junk there, and I couldn't go any farther,
No.
and it disappeared after it hit that wall. And the camera didn't pick it up because the guy wasn't fast enough following me.
Oh, okay.
He saw the tail end of it, but he did not see the beginning of it. Because I saw him standing there looking at us while we're setting up our cameras.
And it just kept moving, and you just kept
I
trying
turned
to
around.
keep it in your view.
Yeah, I turned around, started chasing it, and it went faster than I could keep up. But I had obstacles in my way too, and he didn't.
That's interesting. Okay.
And I was hoping we caught it on video so we can post it, but never happened.
Here's a good one. Internal hearing, and in brackets, it says clairaudience. Talking to spirits often feels like a two-way thought process. You might hear a response that uses your own internal monologue voice but the thought lands in your mind instantly with information or personality that is distinctly not your own. I guess that would be the voice you hear in your own head as your thoughts, and you might be able to recognize that it's not your thoughts, it's in your voice, it's in your own voice, kind of like directing your thoughts.
Yeah, it could be a spirit telling you something, but in your voice, so you don't get scared.
Oh, okay, I got one more little section here. Um, and it's entitled "How to Practice Talking to Spirits Safely." Okay, this is for non-mediums. This is for
This is the most important one.
somebody that might be here listening to us right now who doesn't have abilities. If you want to intentionally communicate with a spirit, you can practice on your own by following basic spiritual boundaries. State your intent before you start. Say out loud or in your mind that you only wish to connect with spirits of the highest light, love, and protection, like the specific deceased loved one. Speak naturally. Talk to them just as you did when they were alive. You do not need a ritual. They respond to your emotional bond and thoughts. And then you can ask for a specific sign. Ask them to show you a specific, undeniable sign in the physical world within the next 24 hours for something that you can see, like examples, a specific animal, a song, or a misplaced object.
Or knocking.
Or knocking, yeah. So it's okay to talk to spirits, but ask them to confirm that they're around, ask them to give you a sign. In the next 24 hours, put a limit on it.
Yeah. And be respectful, like they said, because you don't want to be disrespectful.
What else do we have?
We got a question here. Nothing with this medium, but one of the people said, if you find that a spirit is dangerous or threatening, can you get rid of them? That's a good question. We can determine if it's dangerous or not. If it's in a house, we can't get rid of them. The homeowner has to get rid of them because the spirit knows who's in charge of the house. It's like somebody's going into your house and kicking everybody out of your house. You got to have the owner tell them firm and strongly to get out of the house. And the investigators, if they want to stay, they can help too. But you got to be firm about it. You just can't be joking or laughing because they won't take you serious. And we haven't come across any dangerous or threatening spirits. So when we do, we'll let you guys know what we did to calm them down. But I don't think we'll ever find any dangerous ones. That's a good question, John. You have any more for us? We'll be happy to answer them. Continue.
Okay, the last piece of advice for how to practice talking to spirits safely is quiet your mind. Sit in silence and pay attention to sudden shifts in your emotions, a sudden warmth in the room, or unexpected thoughts dropping into your head.
Or cold spots.
Yep, it could be something. It mentions warmth, but I'm sure cold. Any shifts in temperatures. Paying attention to your emotions, that's a big one. That's something that is pretty involuntary. So if an emotion, if it's not provoked and it just all of a sudden enters your mind and there's your thoughts and something that affects you, maybe it's an overwhelming urge to cry. It could be anything.
That's true. We'll give you last of it. Beware of scams. Be very wary of practice who demand large sum of money for curing curses, ask leading questions to fish you for details, or approach you unsolicited personal reference. You don't want, they're not mediums, they're con artists. So you pay attention. If they said they can cure you, they can't. And if you pay them a lot of money, you're just as stupid as they are. So if anybody comes up to you and says they're a medium and they want $500 and they can solve your spirits. Don't believe them. Call us. We can solve it better for free. There's a lot of people out there scamming for mediums to make money, and a lot of people get suckered in for it. So don't be the one to get suckered in and giving them a lot of money for nothing, because they'll just tell you a bunch of crap and leave, and then get you worried about if it's true or not. A real medium will ask for money, but not to cure anything, just for her services only. And it can vary from anywhere from $25 to $150. Depends on what the service you're asking them. Tea leaf reading, tarot card, crystals, ruins. There's a lot of them. And the crystal ball effect. I don't know how that really works, but I never go to mediums. I have my own way of getting things done. But and don't refer people unless you believe they're real, because you don't want your friends to get to a scam and blame you for losing money. So I think we covered a lot today. A lot more time than we had.
Mm-hmm. Well, I still have lots of questions about psychics and mediums. So if you are a psychic or a medium, feel free to drop us a line. Hey, if you want to come on one of our broadcasts, if we can have you as a guest. We'd love to hear from you. Love to hear your feedback, and maybe you can set us straight. And
We also have a third medium that we know of. The one that used to own the Hamilton House. She was a medium.
okay.
You never met her, but I met her, and she was pretty good.
And with regards to mediums, this is just a shot out there. Do you think you should use mediums if you just want to communicate with somebody randomly, or should you always go for trying to communicate with somebody you know?
Someone you know, because you don't know the random person could be a person on death row that got killed. Could be something evil, just disguising as something else. Just always stay with your family and friends, because you know how well they are, and you know if they're bad or good. A lot of people do go after the bad people and get a thrill in their life, and it's not a thrill you're looking for this. You're looking for answers. You want to seek out truth and answers for yourself and for everybody else. If you're trying to find the devil, go somewhere where they worship the devil. Mediums don't deal with devils. And if they do, then that's the medium you don't want to be with. And if you are a medium, if you think you want to join the team, give us a little call. We'll talk to you and see how good you are. And then we'll see if we want to put you on the team or not. Anybody else has any questions for us before we get offline?
You can leave us a comment on this video in the future. If you're not watching live and you can't comment on the live chat, then feel free to leave a comment when this video gets published. And we'd be happy to get in touch with you.
And we're happy anybody talk to us. And we want more viewers. So spread the word. Like I said in the front, subscribe, like, comment, and share. And hopefully we have a bigger audience next time and more questions to keep us busy. We like to answer as many questions as possible. And this is the first one. We're glad John signed up and talked to us. So if anybody else wants to do it, we'll stay on for a couple more minutes, and then you can. We got 3 messages, but there's only 2. I don't know how you get top fan, because I didn't put him down as top fan. You must watch all the videos twice. Yeah, and go in there and watch our YouTube. We got lots of videos up there. And we got a couple of them. Well, thank you, John. We try to give everybody as much information we can.
Yeah, we've got a lot of investigations coming up. We're visiting a lot of sites in June, which is just around the corner. Where you're going to post videos when we go out, and we're looking for
more sites. We got a big one coming up in July, but we're not going to tell you because we're still working on the details. This is a big site, and hopefully we catch something, and we might even go live on YouTube for about 10 minutes to show people where we are and what we're doing. If you don't want to miss that, subscribe. If you do want to miss it, then you're going to have to wait. Okay, you guys have a good night. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching our video. And if you have any topics you want us to talk about, send it to us and we'll talk. We'll look it up and talk about it. Have a good night. That was a long one. Edit.